in this past year, what we really did is focus on this map, the map that you see in the center, the orange rectangles in the bottom center of the map. These are our zones 1 through 4, and that is what we had been, that was our initial focus and what we focused on when we began our drilling over the past year and a half. Those results, which were highly encouraging, what they also allowed us to do is to create a pathfinder, and predominantly, as you can see, the 4 areas of pathfinder are the lithology, or how the rocks present themselves and what we're seeing, if you will, on the ground. There's also thorium, which has been a great pathfinder for us, because the thorium in very light quantities, but the thorium has been associated with the rare earths that we found, not exclusively, but for the most part, it's been a great pathfinder for us as well. We also look at the magnetic signature, which you can see from the colors in the background of the map, which is what's there. And then, of course, the structures, which we'll see, which have been indicated on the map, which is, again, things that our geological team have mapped really by being on the ground. Those structures are also provide a significant pathfinder for us. So as we released earlier in the season, we had, or earlier this year, we've identified 17 of these targets, which are the ones that are lassoed in white there. It really changes the potential of the opportunity for ETech. And really the job that we've been focused on all year is to try to determine just how realistic and what kind of an opportunity do these potential targets have. So, earlier in the year, we did some RC drilling, which is still in progress in the sense that we don't have all of those results back yet. And then we've also been spending a lot of time in the field, boots on the ground, as they say, doing soils, doing mapping, and checking additional structure to try and put more context to each of these 17 targets, and to determine which ones may become drill ready, and which ones may or may not end up being targets for the company. But our focus is really to expand this. We're pleased with the results that we've seen in zones 1 through 4, but I think, as we all know, in the natural resource industry, finding mineralization and finding commercial mineralization is indeed 2 steps. And the more mineralization you have, the more opportunities that you can put together programs and plans that make sense, that can create that. So this is sort of a bigger picture of the area, and it'll give you a sense of the releases that you've likely read recently relating to the to our ETech Dome, as well as a new property that we've recently acquired. And I'd like Chris to sort of take us through this. So Chris, why don't you just play that video and explain the process as we go.
So so thanks, Jim. So as Jim outlined, our understanding in the project has definitely expanded over the last couple of years, and that's come from the continued exploration and drilling that we've been doing in our original zone deposits. So that led to us expanding our understanding exponentially, but it also led to the recognition that the carbonatite emplacement is restricted to a geological feature, which is named the Eureka Dome, which is a Eutysis formation metasediments quartzites. And we then started realizing that our license at the time only had a portion of the dome. Those are original zone deposits. That's our original license. This is the newly acquired license, 8748. And there's the Eureka Dome. So what we realized is our 17 targets that we had initially identified, all within our original license of 6762, were held in this Eureka Dome. And the prospect to acquire 100% more of the dome and increase our footprint was a significant opportunity, and we decided to acquire the license thereafter.